In today's video, I'll be teaching you how to create a decal livery as seen here. I know this livery doesn't look very great. It's just the only vehicle that I have done so far, but some of this stuff needs to get changed around and whatnot. Uh, Today's vehicle, I'm going to be using a 2025 Dodge Durango, as we can see here. The first thing that you're going to want to do is, if you are doing the decal livery, uh, and you don't already have a template like this, there is a server that has free ones and stuff already, but I prefer doing it myself. It just, I think, comes out higher quality. Um, but I do have a video on how you can create your own. Um, but yeah. So once you've ensured that you have your vehicle template, you're going to want to find your, I guess, assets for your livery. That would consist of like emblems and like vehicle text and whatnot. Uh, Prior to starting the recording, I have already created all my stuff and whatnot. Got everything together. So yeah, I will not be covering how to make these, but I'll give you some recommendations on like websites and whatnot at the end of the video. Uh, yeah, I'll be basing today's vehicle off of this U.S. Army Military Police Dodge Durango. Things I'm going to be doing differently is adding the fort text here, and then I might add like the canine or whatever, as well as like a different emblem someplace else. So yeah, just to get started, I'm gonna do the very simple one, the big old military police with the livery graphic. So I'm just gonna use my rectangle tool, Control C, go back to our vehicle template, fresh layer, nothing on it. Gonna make sure I'm clicked on that, Control V, keep canvas size, and then essentially just wanna scale it down to where it fits. As you can see here, got a little bit of that, but we'll just erase that. Gonna fit it to my vehicle. Make sure it's, I guess, quote unquote, tailored properly. I mean, we'll add a little bit of a rotation in there. Never mind, we're gonna redo that. There we go. Extend this front part out a little bit, I'm pretty sure. Oh no. So all that's meant to be behind here, but I don't think I'll be able to get that. Also kind of looks a little funky. Yeah, no. So there we go. That is pretty much that. I'm gonna come over here. I've got there we go. Fort name. I'm gonna copy that. Come over here, paste it. Just gonna scale it down. How's it on that truck? Bring it out a little bit like that. Lower it again. Smush it. Give it a little bit of rotation. There's that. Now I'm gonna add the motto or whatever. and the 911 sticker. Just gonna paste that in here. Scale this down again. And right there should be fine. I know on here, yeah, you can try that. How low is it? Just with the tail light. We'll just say about there. Debating. Just so I can show you for like front fenders and stuff, I'll grab this too. And then I'm just gonna put it on the front. Yeah. I'm gonna do a new layer, paste it again, see how it looks there, and then if it doesn't look good, I'll just not do it. I don't think that looks terrible. Adds a little bit of a factor to the front. Just gonna merge that layer with with layer 22, and then I'll get into the part of actually making the livery part instead of creating it. So what we're gonna want to do is, for me, I just work my way from the front to the back. Pretty easy that way. So I'm gonna find my fender, and then I'm gonna just hold control while I'm under the fender layer. Hold control and then left click inside of the fender area, and then zoom in, and we can see where the outline would be. I'm just gonna hit shift or hold shift and then left click again, and there we go. Go back up to layer 22, and then you're gonna want to open your web browser. Okay. Let me just close all this real quick. All right, gonna open our creator dashboard, upload asset, upload the fender part. So when you selected your fender with your outline or whatever, back to livery layer, Control C. You may have to save it if you're not using Opera. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm just gonna name this fender. Just gonna copy that asset ID. Got our car here. Just gonna go onto the body shell, add a decal, paste the asset ID, and just give it a second to load. So there's that. Just gonna deselect the windows real quick. Make this ghost gray, smooth plastic. All right. Now we're here. For this car specifically, should be, it's very chaotic here. Oh, there we go. Front door, same process, using the magic wand in the front door layer or whatever. Control left click inside of it. Once it's done that, zoom in on the line, hold shift, and then click right outside of it. I'll do it again real quick. So Control, as we can see, I'm clicking inside. You can see that it's not going all the way over. So I'm going to hold Shift and then click it again, and there we go. Now we've got that. Go back up to my livery layer, upload that, driver door. While that's uploading, I'm going to do the rear door. Oh, no, the livery layer, Control C. Rear door. Give that a second. We're going to do the quarter panel, or what I'm calling the quarter panel. Do that. Upload asset. Quarter. Give that a second to load. Now I'm just going to do the driver door back. Oh, nope, not here. Okay, rear door. Go back into here. I'm just going to duplicate this. Change the parent. There we go. Why? Alright. Not even that noticeable, but yeah. That's going to wrap up the video. I mean, there's nothing really much else to it. The websites I would recommend, for example, what the font. Let's see, for your what the font, say you have like a, we'll just search up police car. We'll use this font for example. All right, you get a clear photo of it. Okay, never mind. We'll use this. Just gonna take a screenshot of that. Go back to what the font. Paste that image in there. Search it. Oh, just gonna identify the font. It sometimes takes a little bit longer depending on the like font and whatnot, but as we can see here, State Trooper, and it's in that font there. You can also just type whatever you want, so like instead of State Trooper, you can make it say County Police or whatever. You can also open it, and then under this, you can change the colors and whatnot. You can also change the scale of how big you want your font. If you do really, really tiny, it's going to come out blurry. So I would recommend like sticking in a larger area. What you can also do, right? Copy that image. Well, oh, let's redo that real quick. New. As we can see, it's kind of blurry there. And then if you were to, let's say you were to want to copy that, I guess the font or lettering to a different layer or a different image, it gets kind of all wonky. So what I usually do, I just resize it to 8,000, use my magic wand, hold shift and control, click. I will select all the white and then take my my paint bucket, control shift and right click because my white is my second one. And then if I copy this, we go here, and we delete this one. You'll see that there's no black outline, and since we're on a higher pixel count, if you were to resize this back down, it's just going to get smooth again, so it's nothing you really have to worry about. The second website is Pixlr, and you're going to use the E photo editor. Just insert a new image in here or whatever. And here you can do things like add an outline to your font. So we'll just rock with that. You can also bevel it. So if you want like a weird effect like that, or like or something, kind of like that. And in here you can also make your text slanted and stuff. So we'll just do 100, 200, negative 100, and then like that, pretty much. Copy that, and then we'll paste in here. Pretty simple, pretty cool. If you are trying to make like a custom badge, if you're doing like fictional, badge create, oh, badge creator, custom badge. Just go badges, wait for it to load. We'll do a star, 7 point. We'll just do this one. Here you can just make your own custom badges. It has a lot of different seals for whatever you want to use it for and whatnot. Like here's an explorer emblem. We'll just do explorers, county sheriff, 1886. Do that. It's pretty nice. You don't always get like the best effects with it and whatnot, but yeah. You can also add stars or dots in between whatnot. They have multiple different like state seals and whatnot, so yeah, pretty cool. And then also, I know everybody hates AI, but like if you send them an image and tell them to make a stencil of it, I'll show you something here. Tell them to make a stencil of it, they can do a pretty good job. And then you just pretty much have to color it yourself. But this is what I have for that. So yeah, I have nothing else to say. I hope you enjoyed the video. If this even helped you at all, yeah. Let me know down in the comment section. I'll try and do better if it didn't help you. Goodbye.